An activist is suing the LAPD after officers swarmed her home. CBS 2's Leslie Marine has more.
Just showed up. We were supposed to be at a press conference.
Black Lives Matter LA co-founder Melina Abdullah recorded this Instagram video last August when LAPD officers showed up to her home after they say they got a 911 call about a hostage situation there.
We got a call to this location that there's a male in there holding you guys hostage, and he wants $1 million or he's going to kill you within an hour.
Oh my, no. There's nobody in the house except my own security.
Because of that. We just want to make sure that you're okay.
I'm fine. My kids are petrified.
So 2 things here. Aren't they always claiming that their people are trying to kill them and there's all these threats on their lives, like Cori Bush, the St. Louis congresswoman? There's threats on her lives, like Alicia Garza, the other founder of BLM. She has around-the-clock security, similar to Cori Bush. Because there's temps on her. Like people, supremacists are out there plotting on getting her. Even though nobody's thinking about these people. These people haven't done anything to help Sun people to where they're any threat to anybody who has something against Sun people. And most supremacists don't want anything bad to happen to Sun people. They just don't want to be around them. So there's that. And then you have this. Melina Abdullah, the co-founder of BLM, LA. Of course, this is what she looks like. However, wouldn't you be happy that the police responded? Somebody had you in your house tied up and they wanted $1 million or they're going to kill you in an hour. That's what the police were told. They showed up in full force. They're not supposed to do that because remember, you're BLM and everybody hates you and everybody's against you and the police got it out for you. So when the police heard that it was coming to your house and somebody, wouldn't they be like, man, let them kill her. They can go ahead and kill her. We don't care. Right? No, they showed up in full force. Miss Melina Abdullah. So, there's a lot of stuff here. Somebody swatted you, which is very common. People get swatted all the time. It's a terrible thing, especially in the gaming industry. Tariq Nasheed was swatted a few years ago. It happens. People will swat you if they're annoyed with you. They don't like you. But the police showed up to Tariq Nasheed's house to save him under the auspices that something bad was happening to him, and they showed up to your house under the notion that something bad was happening to you, to come save you. And you absolutely do nothing to be a threat. There's nothing threatening to whoever is a hater of Sun people, whoever wants to see Sun people wiped off the face of the earth. Everything you're doing contributes to that. All they have to, if I hated Sun people, I would make a huge donation to BLM. Because you guys are for defunding the police in urban communities, which leads directly to thousands and thousands of more deaths each year. You guys are promoting victimology and activism, which wastes a bunch of time and stops a lot of smart, intelligent Sun people from being productive citizens because they're out there doing foolish protesting for criminals and whatnot when they could be doing something productive for their life and their future and their family. So if I was some kind of supremacist or hater or whatever you want to call it of Sun people, I would give you guys a fat donation a huge donation because you're doing the devil's work, senorita.
Okay, we got a call to this location that there's a male in there holding you guys hostage, and he wants $1 million or he's going to kill you within an hour.
Oh my, no, somebody there's nobody in the house except my own security.
Because of that, we just want to make sure that you're okay.
I'm fine. My kids are petrified.
Police later learned the call may have been a swatting incident when a person falsely reports a crime to garner police response. But Abdullah is now suing LAPD over their actions that day.
It was not accidental. They were not coming to quote unquote keep me safe. They were coming to invoke terror. They were coming to terrorize.
And
I really, really dislike this woman. I don't like her, man. She's a terrible person, man. She's a horrible person. What she's doing right here, it shows. Like, I don't care. But she's a good, I know her. This is a horrible person, man. What she's doing is horrible.
It was not accidental. They were not coming to quote unquote keep me safe. They were coming to invoke terror. They were coming to terrorize.
in the lawsuit, Abdullah claims police never made contact with her before more than 20 officers surrounded her home in tactical gear.
Now, does LAPD call the landline of that home? No. Does LAPD call Dr. Molina's cell phone? No. Does LAPD take any measures to ensure that the call is not a hoax? No.
Because they're responding. If I call 911 and say, my neighbor, I hear my neighbor's wife screaming bloody murder, and I hear him yelling at her, they're not going to call her on her cell phone to make sure. They're just going to show up. What is this guy talking about? They're not even saying things. They're not even trying to be reasonable. Now the police have to call the person on their cell phone before they show up to a call that they're being kidnapped and held for ransom and going to be killed in an hour. Now they got to go find out who lives at the house, look up the person's phone number, get it. I don't know how you get her number, and then call her. They're being like, and she has a Glacier Glider lawyer. Her lawyer is a Glacier Glider. But he's one of the good ones. He's a liberal. So when you're a liberal, you're not really a Glacier Glider. You kind of like, you on our team. He ain't one of the bad ones. He voted for Biden.
Now, does LAPD call the landline of that home? No. Does LAPD call Dr. Molina's cell phone? No. Does LAPD take any measures to ensure that the call is not a hoax? No.
Abdullah believes the large response was retribution for leading massive protests throughout LA in the days following the murder of George Floyd. The union that represents LAPD officers told us in a statement officers acted swiftly and professionally, saying in part, "We have no doubt that if LAPD officers would have been delayed in their response or did not take the threat to kill hostages seriously, Ms. Abdullah would be suing the city for not providing an adequate police response."
Zing! Wow. They got her right there. That was a perfect response. That was I can't even give them any advice on that. That was the perfect response. We have no doubt that if LAPD officers would have been delayed in their response or did not take the threat to kill hostages seriously, Ms. Abdullah would be suing the city for not providing an adequate police response. Wow. That was perfect. Wow.
We have no doubt that if LAPD officers would have been delayed in their response or did not take the threat to kill hostages seriously, Ms. Abdullah would be suing the city for not providing an adequate police response. The lawsuit also claims that Abdullah's neighbor and personal bodyguard were allowed into her home at the time police surrounded it, and they question if that would happen during a hostage situation. Now, we did reach out to LAPD, but they do not comment on pending litigation. Reporting from downtown LA, Leslie Marin, CBS 2 News.